Today, we are going to do a Cloud ALM workshop. So, guys, there are some important links which I would like to share with you because we keep conducting workshop. 50 workshops we have conducted on different topics on BTP, and these are the different training offerings we have. None of these trainings are mediocre. Whatever we do, we really do in well, or else we don't do. Okay, it will be going very in-depth sessions, all of it. Yeah. So if you guys are looking, and I also have given recommendation who can do these trainings. This call is getting recorded. We'll share it in community, WhatsApp community. So please go ahead and join that community. We are going to do some hands-on as well in today's workshop. Shiva, over to you. You can go ahead from here.
We are going to have a brief introduction about SAP Cloud ALM, about its overview and how it is going to helpful in real-time business scenario in SAP industry, and how it helps the intelligent enterprise suite, and what are the offerings it is providing, and its implementation capabilities and benefits, and another offering of operations as an offering, and its value proposition, and what are the capabilities it is offering, and what are the benefits we are getting using this particular operation portfolio. And along with implementation operation, we have the another set of services which are offered via ALM, which is one of the called service to delivery, which is recently added into the ALM portfolio by SAP. And yeah, another and it's we are going to discuss about its key capabilities and what are the benefits using via the ALM. And yeah, and we are going to discuss one of the hot topic where people recently looking into like a business transformation center, which is going to helpful in the selective data transmission, which is a Bluefield migration. And yeah, we are going to discuss about its role and its capabilities and how we are going to use. And then at last, we are going to see the demo of use case scenario, how we are going to fit this ALM into the real-time industry. We'll see about firstly about what is SAP Cloud ALM and its value. Okay. So SAP Cloud ALM is a application lifecycle management solution offered as a software as a service, and it helps customers to implement and operate their business solutions and respect to business processes in terms like order to cash, procure to pay, recruit to retire, finance, all these business solutions and respect to business process, how we are going to implement and do the continuous innovations and upgrades using this lifecycle management tool once it is implemented as part of continuous innovations and upgrade. And once it went to go live, how we are going to operate using the ALM with the operations as an offering. This ALM solution is a SaaS service which is immediate to consume and which is always up to date and which is cost efficient for customers, and it is a free of cost for the Rise with SAP subscription people. So you are the SAP person or a consultant who is going to work on the Rise with SAP projects, then yeah, SAP Cloud ALM is a free of cost tool where you can suggest your customers also. Yeah. So next is now we will see how this cloud application lifecycle management solution helping the intelligent enterprise solution. Okay, so first we'll talk about what is exactly ALM. So ALM is a solution that helps and manages the entire lifecycle of an application, right from initial planning, development through testing and deployment till maintenance. So this is the definition of exactly what is application lifecycle management tool. So here it is going to handle the lifecycle of an application. Either it can be SAP or non-SAP. If you are particularly talk about the SAP applications, then SAP Cloud ALM comes into picture, where SAP particularly designed to manage the lifecycle of a SAP applications of their respective business solutions and their respective business processes. Okay, so that is how. So SAP Cloud ALM manages the application lifecycle for an intelligent enterprise suite. So we all know, right, what is intelligent enterprise suite? Intelligent enterprise suite in an SAP is in a stack of stack of business processes and their business solutions integrating with the technology platform, which is a BTP, and it designed in such a way to help organizations to transform their enterprise journey into an intelligent enterprise journey by leveraging all these different portfolios like application development, integration, and data and analytics and AI. So by collaborating all these intelligent technology platform solutions with the SAP core business intelligence suite, which brings more value to the customer in the form of agile, data driven, and customer centric. So what is exactly agile? Agile is meaning where business can quickly adapt to change. And what is customer centric? Customer centric means like business is designed around the needs and preferences and feedback for the customers, where SAP tailors its SAP cloud solution to facilitate its seamless transition, ensuring each step towards the cloud is aligned with customer strategic goals and their operational needs. And another is like data driven, where business is going to take the decisions based on the real-time data and accurate data. So in order to satisfy all these three principles, we have to embed the BTP with intelligent enterprise suite. So if you want to know more about how it is integrating with the intelligent enterprise suite and how it is achieving the clean core capabilities and all the stuff, you can enroll to another BTP courses which are offering by mentorpool. Okay. So yeah. So this is how in the screen, if you see, as a cloud ALM solution helps intelligent enterprise in these three offerings. Okay. So implementation is one of the offering, operations is one of the offering, and services is one of the offering. Where implementation having the different phase of design, build, test, and deploy, and operations is going to have detect, analyze, correct, and automate. And service is one of the offering which is recently added into SAP Cloud ALM in the form of prepare, deliver, share, and follow up. Okay. So in the next slides, now we are going to see each and every offering in depth about how it is helping in the intelligent enterprise suite. So yeah. So firstly, we'll discuss about SAP Cloud ALM for the implementation as a offering and how its value proposition. So if you see here, implementation as an offering helps to manage the entire project lifecycle of a implementation and implementing the different SAP business solutions and its respective business processes, right from design to deploy, especially for cloud products like S4HANA Cloud, SuccessFactors, Ariba, SAP Integration Suite, and combination of these solutions also. Okay, and we are going to have the different set of phases while we are going to use this implementation as an offering via the SAP Cloud ALM, where you are going to have the design phase where you are going to create a project and assigning the team members and giving the proper timeline of the project phases, and you're going to use the SAP best practice content, which is ready to use business content to examine the business process, and where you can conduct the fit to standard workshops and collecting the backlogs, and all this stuff is going to happen in the design phase. And the next phase is the build phase. Once you collected the backlog from the fit to standard workshops, you are going to create a requirements. From that requirement, you are going to create a project tasks. On top of it, you're going to create a user stories and subtasks, and how to assign it to the respective users. All these things you're going to do in the build phase, where project management and project execution is going to handle in the build phase, and coming to the test phase. And before coming to the test phase, whatever you're going to do the activities, all these things you are going to capture into a transport. In SAP Solution Manager, you used to call it as a transport, but coming to SAP Cloud ALM, the terminology is different, where you used to call it as a future. Future is just something where you are going to assign to particular requirement to capture that requirement into a transport. Okay. So once you assign, once you done that implementation in the non-prod systems, you are going to add that change into the future, which is in the form of transport. Once it moved to the quality, you are going to do the testing, where you are going to create a test cases, and you're going to create a do the test preparation and execute the test plans. All these going to happen during the test phase. And during deployment phase, you are going, as you are going to use the future as an option, right? So you're going to import that future and do the testing also, like how the change is implemented, everything is fine or not, or all the golden transactions, all these things you're going to do. So this is how the phases in the implementation portfolio works. And here, if you see the use case scenario, where I mean to say, here you can see the best use case, how application lifecycle management implementation as an offering helps in real-time business scenario phase. Like if you see SAP Signavio and SAP Cloud ALM in this picture working together to provide a seamless business process transformation and application lifecycle management experience, where business exports is going to do the continuous innovations and upgrades on the different line of business processes, like order to cash, procure to pay. If they want to automate that particular business process, how they can do, they can use this business process management as a offering from SAP, and they're going to do the redesigning or automating something in their business processes as per the customer requirement. Once that is done, we are going to directly sync that particular newly redesigned business process into the application lifecycle management to use the lifecycle management experience in order to implement that newly redesigned one. Okay, that is how you are going to use the implementation offering in SAP Cloud ALM during these kind of scenarios, where SAP Signavio helps in model, analyze, and optimize the process, and ALM manages the lifecycle of the newly optimized process, and Signavio provides the business process and its respective documentation, and SAP Cloud ALM use that in order to execute that in a real-time scenario and do the respective testings. And once everything is done, it helps in real-time business operations also, where Signavio helps in doing the fit gap analysis and do the process insights on the respective business process, and ALM turns into that in insights into an actionable tasks. So that is how we are going to use implementation as a scenario via the SAP Cloud ALM during the real-time business process. Once and you are going to do the test orchestration also once that solution is built and implemented in a quality, where you can do manually and automatically also. Where on this we are going to discuss in the next slides. Yeah, this is how the implementation offering and what are the capabilities it is providing, and these are all the capabilities it is providing, where you're going to have the overview about the implementation capability. In the projects and setup is one of the capability, where it creates a project, set the timelines, create the sprints, and create the releases, and what is the kickstart date. All these things you can set up here. Once that is done, you can check, and during project setup you have the option to use the SAP activate methodology roadmap, where it is going to have the SAP best practice content which is ready to use to your business, and you can optimize and modify according to your business requirements also. So during demo scenario, you're going to see that one. And once that is set, once that setup is done, you are going to have the tasks where you need to do as part of the project setup during different phases. And once the project setup is done, you are going to fix the scope of your project. Like we are going to have the scope as a sales, procure, finance, and inside that scope you are going to have the solution scenarios, and inside that you are going to have the solution processes, on which solution processes and on which kind of a line of business you have to work, and all these things you are going to fix here. Once that fix is done, so now you have the project setup is ready, and you are going to decided what you are trying to achieve via this project. So during the process, like during the working on the particular different line of business processes, you are going to conduct the workshop analysis, which is a fit to standard workshop analysis, where you are going to collect the backlog from the customer about the requirements, all this stuff. And this process is particularly for the standard ones, but there are some customers where they have the customization on their particular line of businesses also, and we are going to use this process authoring capability to do the modifications and implement in the real-time business scenario. So once fit to standard workshop is done, how to create a
Shiva,
requirements from there.
one quick, Shiva, can you
Yeah.
just be a bit slow? A bit slow.
Okay.
It's a
Sure.
request
Sure.
from one or two participants. Yes.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. So yeah. So once you collected the requirement, you are going to create a futures and notes also, and you have the documentation is one of the another capability, where you can capture all the requirements what you have, and you can maintain the documentations, or like you have any particular PDFs or something related to the business requirements, where you can gather all the documents, and you can place here in the documentation as a capability, where you can use that document management as a service to integrate into ALM to upload the documents and assign it to the requirements. So in that way, you can use the documentation as a capability. And once requirement is gathered and implemented that requirement via the user stories and all the stuff, you now the next step is like creating a test preparations, where you're going to create all the possible test cases as per your requirement, whether it is satisfying or not. And post that, you're going to create a test plans in a sequence, how to execute that test cases. And yeah, once test plan is ready, then you are going to use the test execution capability to execute the test cases in sequence. If any issue is there during the test case executions, you can use the defect management to raise the defects to satisfy the requirement. So once defect workshop is done, then you can again do the test preparation, then test and test execution till there is no defect. Once that is done, yeah. So that is how the implementation projects work. So in order to, so as I said previously, so release and timelines is one of the implementation capability, where you can select the timelines based on your project requirement, and yeah, based on that you can do all the stuff. And analytics is one of the part where you can like business stakeholders want to monitor what are the implementation work is happening as part of continuous innovations and upgrades. They can use this analytical capability where it is going to have the certain key performance indicators based on this data, where they can monitor on a high level what are all the consultants doing, what are all the work and what are the effective statuses, where we are exactly. And even PMO can also track the consultant workload also, how many tasks he or she is handling, what is the workload, how far the progress is been. All these things you can monitor in the analytical capability, where you have the traceability reports and all these stuff, where yeah, you can see in the demo scenario. And SAP Readiness Check is one of the service which is recently added to the implementation capability only. And this is the Readiness Check report during S4 conversions, or like from ECC to S4 or during S4 upgrades. You can use this Readiness Check report to analyze the current business scenario, all this stuff, to make sure it is going to have the compatibility with the target version. So all these things using, you can do the Readiness Check report. And even if particular customer who is using solution manager, and if they want to transition to the SAP ALM, they can use this Readiness Check capability to identify what are all the processes or capabilities they are using the SAP Solution Manager, whether they are satisfying with SAP Cloud ALM or not. All these things you can do via this implementation capability called SAP Readiness Check. So this is all about the implementation capabilities which are offering via SAP Cloud ALM. And these are all the benefits. So using this ready to use implementation capability via SAP Cloud ALM, you will achieve all these benefits, like fast time to value, where you have the harmonized implementation experience and instantly available to ready to use. There is no such kind of a heavily installations, all this stuff where we are going to use to do for the solution manager, which is on-prem version. And fast onboarding of project team members, and automated collection and assignment of tasks to the project team, where you can quickly do and comprehensive workspace to conduct the 50 to 100 workshops, to collect the backlogs, to create a requirements, all the stuff. And you have the traceability reports, where you can see the built-in transparency about the implementation progress, where, as I said previously, you can use the analytical KPI to have maintained the transparency about the implementation progress. So these are the benefits. Yeah. So the next offering is operations as an offering. And during operations as an offering, you are going to have different set of phases, where you have the detect, analyze, correct, and automate. So during detect, you are going to detect the any business disturbances are there with a proactive problem detection, and we are going to analyze. We are going to correct those using, when you can correct these situations by integrating ALM with the SAP build process solution to automate the workflows based on the errors what we are going to get, and you can automate those using the SAP build process automation. So in order to ensure the business continuity in your SAP landscape by monitoring and alerting, and in order to increase the operation efficiency by automating these operational tasks which are going to happen on day-to-day basis, and in order to avoid the business interruptions by proactive problem detection, we are going to use these operations as an offering. Okay. And these operations as an offering helps customers to understand the health of a SAP business solutions by providing these full stack monitoring capabilities in alerting by covering the business processes, integrations, your real user monitoring applications, and the health of the cloud services and the hybrid success services also, like where customer business is going to have on a private and public land cloud. Okay. And this offering acts as a collaboration between the different line of business exports and the IT operations team, and it helps to conduct root cause analysis on technical as well as a business process level. Okay. So in this way, SAP Cloud ALM for operations enable customers to increase the operations efficiency by automating corrective actions as well as regular operation tasks. Okay. So if you see here, these are all the operation capabilities. Like if you see here, business process monitoring, integration, exception monitoring, user and performance monitoring, job and automation monitoring, health monitoring, business service management. These are all the capabilities which are providing via SAP Cloud ALM. So if you talk about the business process monitoring, it comes into the picture when you're going to monitor the different line of business processes like order to cash, procure to pay, finance, procure to repair. Let us consider order to cash. How many sales orders are created? Any blockage in sales orders due to less inventory? Any sales orders are not getting accepted? Do you have the proper procurement channel is happening? Whether we created a proper sufficient POs or not, and what are the respective statuses? All these business process related things you can monitor via this business process monitoring. And integration exception monitoring is one of the important capability providing by SAP Cloud ALM, where you can monitor the data exchange in the form of messages from SAP to non-SAP systems and SAP to SAP systems also, where from S4 HANA you are updating the sales information to the CRM system via the integration. So how the messages are flowing, is there any failures in the messages, how it is flowing, all this stuff you can monitor in the integration exception monitoring. And users and performance monitoring is one of the key capability, helps the particularly to the basis people to monitor the users login time, their latency, and how their behavior is, and what are the transactions they are using, what kind of a workload they are putting on the business systems. All these things you can monitor here. And coming to performance monitoring, you can monitor the performance of the system, how it is behaving. Okay, and jobs and automation monitoring is also one of the important capability. Like let us say business is going to have the critical jobs which impacts the business heavily. So in order to aware immediately if any such kind of jobs are failing, you can use these jobs and automation monitoring. If any particular job is gets failed, which is a business critical, you will get automatically a mail using this intelligent event processing as a capability by using different alerting mechanisms. And health monitoring is also one of the key implementation capability which monitors the health of application level, DB level, OS level. At each and every level, it helps us to monitor related metrics, and like in the form of CPU, RAM, and you can at application level, how many locks are there? Is there any private mode locks? Is there any user hampering the system which caused the business downtime? All these things you can monitor in the monitoring capability. And you can also maintain the threshold levels. If any such user or such a job or such a any thing is happening against the proper behavior which needs to work normally, if it is not working in a normal situation, it is going to be an abnormality, it shows the abnormality behavior, then you can use this intelligent event processing capability to create an alert based on the thresholds what we are going to maintain. If that particular threshold reaches the value, then you can use the alerting mechanism to get alerts either to an email or to an chat uh, mechanisms like Slack, Teams, all these things. And if you want to automate those abnormality situations into normal, like if any job got failed, instead of manually logging the system and rerunning again, you can use this automation tools like bill process automation or as bill process automation to create a workflow to trigger the job automatically without any manual intervention. Like that, you can use this one. And business service management is one of the thing where you can create notifications to the business and stakeholders saying that so and so time we are going to do the patching. So if any work is you are going to do, please capture it into your local space so that after the business downtime, once the system is up and running, you can again restart your work. All these things you can give a notifications via this business service management. And yeah, so this is how the operation capability is going to work in the ALM, which helps both cloud and hybrid solutions also. Okay, so yeah, so using this operations as an offering, you can support customers with the cloud-centric solution landscape with out-of-box cloud-native solution and central entry point to monitor your system, fast onboarding and automated alert management is there. And you can get a operation, increase the operational efficiency with less business downtime using this health monitoring capabilities. End-to-end transparency is going to be there. and it bridges the gap between the business experts and IT team to identify the disruptions and react to them accordingly. And you have the intelligent event processing capability to rise the events using this operations as an implementation capability. And yeah, transparency regarding the availability of business services, including business downtime, business events, and business SLAs also. And SAP Cloud ALM as a service is one of the offering which is used to deliver the platform for SAP support services. Like you are going to have the different services like CQC, which is a continuous quality and CQC is a continuous quality check. Like once your system is going to be in a hypercare or going to be live. So once that hypercare and go live is going to happen, so SAP the particular partner team is going to rise a CQC check report. So in order to rise the CQC check report, partner team need particular platform to do all the process where access the particular service plans with kind of CQC or SAP readiness check report that proposes a SAP on-premises or remote delivery where they can prepare about those tasks. And via this delivery as a capability where once you create that particular service as a partner, SAP is going to deliver that service. How SAP is delivering about the tracking status, all these things you can monitor that particular delivery status, and all the stuff you can going to see here. You can change the priority level also for your delivery based on that. SAP is going to work fastly and deliver those services. And once they shared it, everything is in a transparency where the shared digitized services reports to review and finalize the issues and action in an easy to consume format, and follow up on the reply based on what SAP is given. So this is a platform where you can rise your remote delivery tasks and get it done by SAP. And once they're done, they will share the reports, and you can observe and monitor and create a follow-up tasks and what are the further steps you need to take based on the reports. So CQC, SAP readiness check. These are the some example remote services where you can explore using this SAP Cloud ALM service platform. And these are the capabilities like service delivery center, where once you logged in, where you can see what are all the remote delivery tasks which are providing via this offering. Once you created and set the priority levels, SAP is going to deliver those tasks, and in this service overview results, you can see all the services. And if any actions needs to taken with help of SAP or with the help of partner itself, you can take care of all these things here using this service as a capability. And these are the benefits you will get. Service platform is a central approach for these kind of remote delivery tasks, and it is in a digitized format with simplified tracking and built-in transparency and harmonized user experience and end-to-end transparency, and embedded into an enterprise support with a premium engagement with no additional fee. These services. Okay. Yeah. So these are the benefits you'll get. Yeah. So now we will see one of service which is recently added, around 8 months back. SAP Cloud ALM team added this service. This is a SAP Business Transformation Center. So SAP Business Transformation Center is a cloud-based service offered by SAP Cloud ALM team within the SAP Cloud ALM solution, and it's designed to help organizations to manage and accelerate their data migrations and transformation projects as a part of Bluefield migration, which is the selective or lean data transmission, particularly when moving their SAP ECC systems to S/4HANA. Okay, and the role of BTC in SAP Cloud ALM is to bridge the gap between your current ERP system and how the shape of the ERP system and how the data is, and how what kind of a data you need to select as part of the lean data transformation, and what kind of a data you have to scope it and move it to the target system. Either it can be S/4HANA Cloud or S/4HANA Private Edition, where it helps in making your transformation faster, cleaner, and more efficient. So BTC helps you understand what you have in your ECC system, and with the help of BTC, you can take a decision what to keep and adopt the SAP best practices in order to do the transformations and reduce the custom code by doing the scope analysis and you can create cycles in order to transform a kind of movement, moving the data from ECC to S4 using this business transformation center as a capability. Where, as mentioned here, data insights, visualization, and recommendation to scope the transition effectively. And digital blueprint is one of the technology which you are going to use while going to do the scope analysis to define the scope of your data as part of your migration. And yeah, it's provide step-by-step transformation guidelines for moving the SAP ECC system with S4HANA with the selective data. Yeah. So as I said, as a role, so it helps in doing the custom code scoping analysis and using SAP best practice content, where and you have the modernization foundation to do the proper groundwork for broader modernization initiatives and ensuring that cloud adoption deliveries maximize its business values and innovation and protection. So these are the BTP capabilities, like where like if you're doing any selective data transmission as part of Bluefield migration, where in the ECC system you're going to create a readiness check report, and from that report you're going to get in a one file where you are going to use this manage analysis file to upload that, and from there you are going to create a digital blueprint. Once you created the digital blueprint, you will get the data based on the company codes and organizational data, and you are going to do the scoping by putting the filters either by time or by organizational organizational units, where you can select the tables as part of scoping based on the company codes, and you can select the custom code and do the transformation accordingly. And apart from standard tables, you can scan the custom tables in the form of Z and Y, and whether you need those or not, how far you are using. Based on that, you can use this BTC capability to scan those tables and decide whether to move or not based on the customer requirement, where you're going to engage with the stakeholder team to do all these activities. Once scoping of the data based on the company codes and organizations is done, you are going to create a transformation model on top of the digital blueprint. Once you created the transformation object, which is an immutable one, you are going to create a transformation versions. On top of a transformation versions, you are going to do the migrations in a different phase of cycles. Okay, so this is how it is going to happen, the lean data transformation, in order to do the data migration as a part of Bluefield migration using these BTC capabilities. And yeah, so this is all about the BTC. And now we will see the demo use case scenario, how in the implementation part it's going to work. So yeah, so now I will. So now I will start show you demo use case scenario, how implementation works in SAP Cloud ALM. So like, yeah.
Shiva, can you take some questions here?
Yeah, you can. Yes, please.
Yeah. Why we have to use ALM? We are already using Jira. What is the benefit of using ALM?
Okay, so Jira is the one we don't have particular integrations with the SAP solutions, right, properly. So Jira is the one where you can use for the implementation perspective, where you can create a project phase and all this stuff. But Jira doesn't know exactly about how the business process is working and what are the exactly the present. I mean to say, integration with the business solutions is lagging in the Jira and other implementation tools, which is not there in SAP Cloud ALM, where you can sync with the business processes via the Signavio and do the implementation work accordingly. And another thing is like it's a ready to use solution and offering is a free of cost.
Yes, Shiva, that is right. Good. But I'm using in my environment, we are using Aries, Aries, Jira, and Transit for the testing.
Okay.
We are same environment without ALM. That's it.
Sorry, same environment.
License cost. Sorry.
Same environment you're saying.
Yeah, only ALM. We are not using ALM. We are using Jira instead of that one requirement capturing project management. We are using Jira and we are using business processes. We are using Aries, Signavio. Just like Signavio, we have one more
Okay.
tool, Aries.
Okay. And another
And
thing is like why you asked, right? Why Cloud ALM? Why? Because most of the customers are recently moving to Rise with SAP. So when people are moving to Rise with SAP, they are utilizing Signavio as one of the critical business solution to modernize their business solutions, right? So as a part of this, like integrating all these solutions, they are getting a unified experience, right? Like if you're going to be Jira, so in order to create all these requirements, you need to download manually those Signavio requirements, what are you redesign and upload there and do all the business process documentation. So many tasks are going to happen in between. But if you're going to use the ALM with integration with Signavio, where Linux also comes into picture, where all these three combined and you will get a unified experience where which you will not achieve via the Jira also. Okay.
I agree with that, Shiva. But we have to go to again go to the ALM means we have to bring more consultants and we have to add more. Current process is working. I will stay with that one for now. In future, we will move to ALM. Thank you. And I have one more question related to BTC.
Okay.
And BTC is the newly added feature in SAP ALM. Am I right?
Yeah.
This is only data migration they are going to use for the data migration, quality check,
Yes,
and
yes.
migrate.
For the data migration, yeah, by selecting the
Uh,
scoping. Yeah.
okay. And okay, it's integrate directly with we connect BTC connected with on-premises systems
No,
from
no.
BT. It's a part of BTP or is it a part of ALM? BTC.
BTC is a service integrated in the ALM.
ALM. Okay. Okay.
ALM, yeah.
Once once we
ALM is a solution hosted on BTP.
okay, got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think my screen got stuck. One second.
Then how BTC is different from the ATC checks which we are using for S4 conversion?
Okay. So ATC checks is something where you're going to do the custom code analysis only, right? ATC will
Okay.
not uh, create a transformation model where you can directly use to do the transformation, right? So once you've done the ATC checks, you need to use the sum and all the stuff to uh, do the conversion, all the stuff, right? But here but in the BTC, once you've done the scoping of data, you're going to create a transformation model, right? That transformation model is a ready to use content to transfer the data via BTC into your target S4 system, where your target S4 system is a shell system which is created via the client copy mechanism. Okay.
So BTC will do custom code analysis as well as readiness check and all those things.
So your voice is low, sorry.
BTC will do custom code analysis as well as readiness check also.
Yes, we have the readiness check app is there, right? So in that everything is going to be happen.
No, BTC will also take care of that. Or you need to do it separately via the app.
During the BTC, you mean to say, right?
Yeah.
See, ATC check is something where you are going to do the custom code analysis based on the ECC system. BTC is going to do the scoping of data based on the time frame. Like if suppose a particular organization is there where they don't need some past data, right? Where they need to put filter on the time. So BTC is something which is going to do the scoping of data, not the analysis on the data. Okay. Analysis on the data is something different than scoping of the data.
Okay.
Acha, Naga, Dweep here.
Yeah.
No, actually the question is, you have the BTC as a transformation unit where only the
Yes.
scoping is done. Okay. Now, when a readiness check or a custom code migration is supposed to be run before your migration, who is supposed to do? Is your Cloud ALM or your BTC going to take care of itself?
No. Custom code analysis is going to do separately by importing that simplification database
Correct.
zip file. All
We
the
also have the same thing when we have to upload the same file in the SAP portal for the readiness check and all those things. Then what is it different from?
See, okay, I got it. See, normally there is a brownfield migration is there, right? Where you are going to move the entire data from ECC to S4, right? Where
Correct.
as a part of pre-checks, prerequisites, you are going to do saying that in order to satisfy the target environment, you need to do the custom code compatibility. As part of that, you're going to do the ATC check and simplification item checks, readiness check, all this stuff you're going to do to migrate the data, which is a brownfield one, right? Using some,
Not
you're
only
going to move.
not only that, if I have to use the hardware compatibility for the quick sizer.
Yes. That is what. Via readiness check report, you will get each and everything. Simplification item check analysis, you will get custom code analysis, you will get hardware check analysis, you will get quick sizer, everything you will get via the SAP readiness check report, which is available in the SAP Cloud ALM. Okay.
So who is going to do that? Your Cloud ALM is supposed to do it.
Yeah, you will execute those SAP nodes in the source ECC system and you will upload in the SAP readiness check report that particular capability and everything it will do. Okay.
Yeah, can we configure the CI/CD pipelines also? Do we have the piper library also part of the Cloud ALM?
Krishnan, so your CI/CD is running separately. You are writing code in Bash, pushing it to Git. Git is pushing it to CI/CD. CI/CD is triggering the job. It's happening everything, then delivering it to cloud transport management, and cloud transport management is something which is support where you can control everything from Cloud ALM. CTMS comes in a picture where CI/CD can deliver it to a node, and then from there, Cloud ALM can take care of rest of the further task. How the CTMS will behave further. It will all can taken care by Cloud ALM then. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, when I thought like it's like complete lifecycle management, no, I thought right from the build onwards, there is an option on the Cloud ALM to configure right from the build.
Okay, so
I mean,
during the pipeline is running, that time also you wanted to monitor. I guess alert notification service can help. Alert notification service you can integrate with CI/CD pipeline, right? So it can monitor a pipeline event.
Okay, understood. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So I hope my screen is visible again.
Yeah, your screen is visible.
Sorry.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. So this is how the look is going to be. So we have the implementation as an offering and transformation as an offering, where you have different capabilities, what I mentioned previously, and these are the operations as an offering services, and as a part of services. And this is the administration page where you can do user management, tag management, and landscape management is one of the important one, where you are going to integrate your systems into the landscape management using Z-type connectivity for on-prem one. And for the cloud ones, it is by default is going to integrate with Cloud ALM once you provision those services. And in order to do the external API management call, you can use this. And yeah, so SAP Readiness check integrations, all these things you want to monitor, you can do that. And the particular tenant information you want to know about, you have to check on this one. So coming to the implementation capability, where you can create the projects here. This is the initial step where you need to create the projects, and simply you can create a project and you can give a demo ALM workshop. And
Shiva, we are unable to see your screen.
No, we can see the screen. Maybe someone who is not able to see, just log off and log in again. You'll be able to see, I guess. Shiva, it's visible for us.
Okay. So this is the project where you are going to give. So SAP ALM. Someone is asked a question right previously. We are using Jira, not ALM. So how I can get an advantage? So this is one of the advantage where you can upload your roadmap automatically to the ALM, so that it is going to provide the predefined tasks and content which you are going to use as part of your project scope, where it is provided. If you want to do the greenfield implementation via for the S4 public cloud, you can use this activate roadmap where you will get all the tasks and deliverables automatically. So you can avoid the manual work. So everything you can do without any missings, and all the stuff you can do. So these are all the possible activate roadmaps which are providing into the SAP Cloud ALM. So for now, let us consider, if you select about upgrade, let us consider any upgrade you can consider. So you can simply select this upgrade as a one, and you can maintain the restriction levels also. Public is the one where any user can see with the authorizations, and for the view one also they can see, and restrict private, all these on. So during business time where people are going to use private one, where only project members can view or change the project. If stakeholders also they want to just view, they can use this one, so that users with the display they can only display, and only project members they can maintain. So for now you're going to stick to restricted, and yeah, you can select the leading strategy and who is the project lead and all the stuff you can, and you are going to have the different project phases, all this stuff, and you can have the status on track or what need attention or something based on the project condition, all these things. And you have the time boxes are going to be there, where you can select like this, like something like this, and something like the time boxes you can select based on the project requirement. And you can create a sprints also in order to align with the realized time timeline, where you can create different sprints, how many sprints you are going to have, and you can decide the milestone dates also, when the project kickoff is going to happen, and planned go live is going to happen, and actual go live is going to happen. And yeah, so once you're going to do all the filling of mandatory fields, you can simply click on save. It will create the project for you. And yeah, so once project is created, just click on edit, and time box, everything is done. So team alignment needs to happen. So PMOT is going to be there by default. If you want to create your custom teams, like let us consider you're going to do the Rise migration project you're handling, let us consider, where you're going to do the upgrade or as is migration or 2B migrations, something, any upgrades, conversions, all these things happening, and different teams are going to be there. If you want to create different teams, like for S4 upgrade, separate team needs to be there. For BW upgrade, separate team needs to be there. For GTC migration or GTC conversion, separate team needs to be there. Like that, if you have any such kind of a requirement, for that also you can create a different teams using this team section. So if you click on this team section, you can create. So by default, you're going to have the PMO team. If you have want any custom team, you can simply create that S4 upgrade team you want. You can simply create that and align your names, whatever you have. And even you can create a custom roles and custom, even you can add those also. So you can simply click on save for that one if you want, and click on this one and time boxes and team. So once team is done, scoping is one of the important thing, where you need to do the scope and do the fit to standard workshops to collect the backlogs in order to create the requirements. And you're going to have the deliverables, and you need to deploy the landscape as part of charm management, where you're going to capture those changes. So once you attach that particular deployment landscape to this project, based on that, automatically it will create that system alignment from which system to which system, like from dev to quality to prod, how to move all these things is going to happen in the deployment landscape. And yeah, so this is how. So once team selection is done, you need to do the scoping. So for that, you need to click on the another implementation capability called manage scopes, where it will route to the manage scopes application. If you see here, and here you need to create a scope. If suppose you are handling any greenfield implementation project and you have the requirement to do the continuous remodifications on your different line of business process of sales, finance, procurement, all these things, then you can do that bulk work instead of doing manually. Here you can create an Excel file and you can upload here. So during training session you can do that one. And now here you are going to do a simple scoping of, where you can say procurement is my line of business where I'm going to work now. And so this procure to pay is the business process I'm interested to use. And if you see here, for this scope, you have different solution scenarios. Previously I selected the roadmap, right? So as part of, for selecting that roadmap, I'm getting all these inputs. So if you see here, I'm doing an upgrade when I consider it. So I select like if I use private as a one. If you see here, you have the best practice content for SAP private edition and this one also. So if you are interested to do any private edition migration or conversion something, then you can use these best practices. Or if you are interested to particular in order to cache or something, like these are all the possibility ones, where if you are interested to lead to cache, idea to market, and related to Ariba invoicing, all this stuff you want to use, you can use these solution scenarios where it is going to have the pre-built accelerators to do the fit to standard workshops. Okay, so for now, for my requirement, I selected this private edition one. And another important thing is like business for sure is going to have the custom requirements, right? In order to do the custom requirements by considering a reference of the standard best practice content, you need to select this custom one. So yeah, so I selected this custom one also, and I clicked on save. So while saving, it is saying this is the scope you selected, and click on confirm. Okay, so it is doing confirm it, and yeah, so now the scope selection is done. Now you have to do the process scoping. So in order to do the process scoping, you need to, so once you click on the process scoping, it is going to navigate to process implementation capability. So it is going to discuss about both standard ones and custom ones also. Okay, with the different statuses and different solution scenarios. So I selected the custom and both. So if I select the custom one, so if you see here, previously this is the one where I had done some hands-on work. So this is how it is going to show if you want to do a custom one, or if you're not interested to see in custom one, if you are interested in explore best practice one, what you selected. So if you see, these are the 543 solution processes are there for the procurement scope, which are there as to use as part of fit to standard workshops. From there, you can create a custom ones. So for mine, like let us consider procurement one to discuss now here. So if you see here, any procure to pay something is there. So this means a simple one.
These are all project creations will take over handled by which team? Means is it related to
Business
business team?
expert is going to handle. PMO, business expert, and stakeholders are going to have a call, and they're going to handle all these things along with the business people and the functional team. Okay.
Okay.
Thinking to show. One second. Okay, let us consider any random one. So let us just try to. So as a part of procurement, I am interested to select this one. So based on the solution processes, like on the solution process you are interested to do, so you need to select those as part of scoping. So once selection is done, you need to do the end scoping, so that you created a scope and you selected the which solution processes as part of your requirement you are interested to do. So once scoping is done, so now you have another option to do the authorizing. So process authorizing is another one where you can create a do the custom scoping. So once you navigate to that, so if you see here, I created previously one of the custom scoping. If you see here, I will show you. Processes.
We can say for custom one, we have to go for process authorizing, and for standard one,
Yes,
we
yes.
have to.
Yeah, for the custom scoping, you have to do process authorizing. Okay. So if you want, if you suppose if you in between, if you have changed your decision, if you want to add another solution process also, you can click on edit, and again you can use option of like so if you see here, now we will consider kind of like order to invoice one. So just click on it and do the end scoping, like for an example, I consider. And yeah, now if you go to, now if you click on this one, inside this, it is going to have the solution value flow diagram. And this is loading.
These
So, yeah.
diagrams are directly in solution, sorry, Cloud ALM, right? So
Sorry.
This solution value flow or solution process flow diagrams, can we draw directly in Cloud ALM?
Yes,
Or
yes,
this?
you can do. Yeah, you can do editing on the base reference architectures here by creating a copy of the diagram, not on the standard ones. So you need to create a copy of this diagram. Then you can do the edit. But another standard process in real time is like you are going to do the integration with the SAP Signavio with the SAP ALM. So automatic sync will happen to the respective business processes. Okay, so if any modification is going to happen in the Signavio, that particular redesigned business flow automatically updated here also. So then directly you can log into the ALM and do the lifecycle management in order to design, deploy, and all the stuff here till operation. So that is how SAP helps in integration with the Signavio also.
And guys,
So, so
we'll integrate Signavio with our Cloud ALM to show this in real training. Okay. We'll have
we'll show in.
Signavio, we'll have Lean IX, and we'll integrate CTMS. CTMS will be connected to, let's say, prod test systems. It's all will be integrated training will do, where everything will be there available.
Okay, so this is how the diagram is going to happen. So if you see here in my use case scenario where I consider, so if you see here, I selected one of the solution process called procure to pay one, which I want to automate, where PO will create, where it will go to supplier, and supplier will provide the confirmation on the warehouse goods, and like supplier will provide confirmation on the raw material, then it will went to warehouse and submit invoice, post invoice to S4, and monitor the payment status. Everything is going to automated, but in between, that particular buyer had the custom requirement where if particular supplier submits their confirmation and the PO quantity is less than 90%, then instead of automatic confirmation to the buyer, they need first confirmation from the buyer to the supplier saying that whether they are okay with that less than 90% PO quantity or not. Let us not say business example. So for that, you need to create a one workflow automation to do the process where buyer needs to get an email from the supplier to get the confirmation. Once supplier confirmed, buyer confirmed, the supplier will via SAP Ariba network, it will send to the supplier. All these things will happen, which is one of the custom requirement. Let us consider. So in order to do this custom requirement and redesigning the modification, you are going to do in the Signavio. Okay. So once it is done, you need a lifecycle management experience tool to experience that one, to implement, deploy, and test that requirement by connecting fit to start workshops using this best practice content, all this stuff. And from there, creating requirements and user stories and implement and capture those and deploy in production. All these things to happen in a organized experience way. Then you can use SAP ALM. Okay. During that way, you can use.
Is allowed in Signavio.
Sorry.
For Cloud ALM and Signavio, bidirectional flow is available or like only?
Yes. No. Actually, we are not usually as a standard practice. One thing is like you can create a process flow diagrams and value flow diagrams in the ALM, but as a business standard practice, everyone is going, business experts is going to do the building of value flow diagrams and process flow diagrams in the Signavio. From there, they are going to sync into the ALM. Okay, that is the standard practice. But actually, thing is like there is a bidirectional flow is there. But in a real-time scenarios, customer nowhere I didn't seen as of my experience where they done some modifications here and moving to the Signavio. Why? Because Signavio main intention is to redesign as part of continuous upgrades and innovations, right? To modify their solution processes. Okay.
Yeah.
I hope I answered your question, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So yeah, so this is how if you want to create any requirements and all this stuff, let us consider in between. If you want to create any requirements, just click on simply create a requirement, and you can simply create a requirement. So it will navigate to requirement section where you can create your requirements. Some demo workshop you can give normally, not doing that much here, and you can simply save and close as part of this requirement. And yeah, so for that requirement, you can create a user stories and tasks. And you can assign to this requirement workflow, and you can assign the user stories and tasks also. And yeah, and if suppose if this process flow diagram, let us consider, if you go to value flow diagram, here you are going to have the accelerators for this one. So the content, whatever it is offering, all the stuff, setup instructions, all this stuff. So instead of always logging into that particular setup instruction module in online, you can simply download that one and upload here in the solution documentation section, where you can upload and maintain all the solution repositories as part of this requirement here, so that in future, if suppose someone technical team is doing integration and what is the agenda they're trying to reach as part of requirement, so whether stakeholder, whomsoever is trying to do this requirement, what is exactly the information, all these things they want to know, they can simply go to this documentation and they can see what they're trying to reach as part of the requirement, what are the possibilities and what are the test cases they can do. So if you have any custom documents internally to update to your team instead of individually, you can simply upload here and you can send a mail simply saying that we have some common upload repository documentation is there where you can use this one. All these things you can utilize here, and you can create a requirement user story project tasks from here also. So that is how the requirement project tasks, all these things happen. And so once that requirement and everything is done, then you have the futures. Future is one of the concept, which is the charm management, where you are going to have around 2 to 3 hours training session, where you are going to integrate the S4 private cloud, S4 private system and S4 HANA cloud system and integration suite and CTMS. All these things you are going to integrate and create a demo case to show you how you are going to utilize during the implementation portfolio, where if you see here, creating a future, where you can create a new feature and give demo one. And here, if you see, you can assign. So once you integrated your systems, like let us see here, we integrated integration suite CTMS one. So if you see here, CTMS as part, we use it, for a demo purpose, we created the CTMS for the integration suite. Let us consider we are doing some redesigning work for the iFlow, where we are need to import that into the target system. So if you see here, we created one requirement for that new modification of iFlow, and we created the requirement, and we are going to assign the future to this task. So as part of that, if you see here, we are selecting this one. So it is going to assign to this future. So you are going to have the proper change document as part of audit. Everything is going to happen, and yeah. So if it is going to be any S4 private edition one, you are going to do the transport checks also. Like you can do the downgrade check, downgrade protection check you can do, and cross reference check is also do. But in SAP roadmap vision, in the next quarter, they are releasing the cross system object lock also, retrofit. All these things are providing, so that by the time of training session, you will get more options also to explore. And yeah, you can assure user stories and all the stuff, and you can select the under what scope this feature is going to be, what is the priority, by when it needs to be, and what is the for what requirement it is created. If you see here, I created the requirement, so you can select the requirement. And if you want to do any tagging, particularly if any stakeholder want to monitor particular ones, so they can use this tagging process also to do, and you can simply save and close, so that this feature is going to assign to that requirement. So once the requirement capturing is done, then everything is going to happen to deploy the particular transport into the quality. So once that is done, as part of testing, you can do the implementation work also. So where you can create a test cases in the test preparation. So you can create a test cases. And here, one of the highlight thing is going to be there, like, I will tell you now. If you see here, during the test cases, you created one requirement. And during the test cases, you need to sit and put some time to create all the test cases on all possibilities and all the stuff. But here, using this best practice content, if you see here, I selected the scope as a procurement. If you see here, the solution process which I selected here, these. Okay, if suppose I'm working on this one for the test cases, if you see here, if I selected this, automatically it will get populated. Once I saved it, sorry, the title I will give demo test case. Once I done the demo test case, if you see here, automatically based on the requirement and the custom modification, what you have done, automatically it will only create a activities what you need to do, and inside that, what are all the things you want to do. Like let us consider, if suppose if you have to put in scope, like based on your requirement, what are all the activities as part of test cases it should do. So if you see, I selected initial 3, like post goods, all these things. So it will get all this. So in between, if you have requirements, whatever you want to add, you can add and give the instructions and what is the expected result you are expecting. All these things you can do and click on OT next to action, something like that. So like that, it will only create a structure to create a test cases also, and you can assign the requirements on what part of the requirement you are creating this demo test case and all the stuff, where you can create a multiple test cases here. And once you created the test cases, you can create a test plan where you put the test cases in a sequence to execute during the test case executions, where you will create these things. Click on create in the test plan, and you can demo test plan. And if you see here, add sequence. So here right now I created only one test case. So if I add sequence and click on assign, if you see the test cases what I created, so this is the only test case I have. Suppose I have n test cases, so in which sequence I have to execute those. So during test preparation, you can decide those, and you can click on assign, and you can create the test plan. So once the test plan is done.
One question.
Yeah. Yes.
Like, what's the difference between automatic and manual test preparations?
I will. Yeah. During test execution, I will tell you. Okay.
Okay.
So once you click on finish, then you can click on save. Okay. So now test cases are created, test plan is done. So the final step is like test execution. Okay. So during
one
test
question,
execution, yes.
So you have
Yeah.
created a plan. So
Yeah.
can we have test plans and requirements?
Sorry, can we
have test plan in requirement assigned?
Yes, you can add. Yes, you can add. You can do that one also.
So it's not required to add individual test cases or test executions. We can directly add
directly you can add. Directly you can add directly a requirement also.
Okay, got it.
Okay,
thank you.
Yeah. So now if you see here, previously someone asked question. Yeah.
In the diagram you shown that it's Signavio and ALM and transit test tool. In that case, where is that? We don't need test. ALM has its own test tool, just like.
No. I will. No. One second. So if you see here, we have the test cases here. So now I'm going to.
Can we also have any status-based controls on this test execution also? Test approved or stuff like that? Because when we have a compliance team.
Yes, we can do that one. One second here.
Adding to the previous questions, do we have any link between test case status and the requirement status? Because the test case status is completed, then only requirement should move forward, right?
That is what I'm saying. So previously it's in preparation only, right? So once test case is created, you need to put it in a completed state. Then only in test case it will show. Okay. Now I change it to prepared, the test case also. Just save it. So test preparation. So test preparation is done. So it is prepared. So when I change the status and saved it. Now just go back. I go to test execution. So if you see here, the demo test case and what are all created, now it is appearing. So once you click initially, so someone asked me, right? So Tricentis one. So I will show you. During creation of a test case, if you see here, manual and automated is there. Manual is the one where you are going to log into the system and do all the test cases, whatever there here, and you'll update the statuses manually. Automated is a one where it is going to use the Tricentis automation as the automation provider where SAP is integrated with them. Okay, where you are going to have the licensing inside the SAP ALM only, where inside ALM you have the Tricentis as an option in the implementations offering, where if you see here SAP Tricentis for SAP, where we are going to get licensing for this one. I think up to some test cases it is going to be free of cost. From there you need to pay for this one. So if you see here, actually I need to assign access. So once you accept in this one, within 3 minutes it is going to provision a automation provider tenant to you. So once you done this with activity, well, during test case creation. So when you select this one, when you select automated one, so here you will get the automation provider of Tricentis, whatever you created. Then it will automatically log into that automation provider. There you need to deploy one agent in your Windows desktop where you want to execute those tasks remotely. So via this automation provider, using that agent, it is going to log into the respective business solution systems. Either it can be S4, BW, or CR, whatever system it is, or it can be S4 HANA Cloud, and it will log in based on the login information we provided. For that, you need to open network rules. All this stuff is going to be there. Then it will log into the system and it will execute those transactions. If suppose creation of a sales order, whatever actions it needs to do as per its task, it will do, and it will update the information in a kind of a file, and it will send to an email. So that is how automation provider is going to work. If you want to use that one, again, another part of work where you need to deploy an agent and do the integrations and open the firewalls. So another kind of a project total it is going to be. If you want to use the automation as a part of automation testing. So SAP Tricentis you have, and even for S4 HANA Cloud also automation is there, which is providing by SAP. But yeah, so just
So Shiva,
that is how the
if you want to take more time, I would like to take 3 to 4 minutes of time, and then I maybe you can continue if you want, because I have a session in next 7 minutes for BTP admin security. Okay. So can it? Do you want to continue with some more things? So I'll just give them 2 minutes of time, just give them some details, and then you can continue further. Is that fine?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Thank you so
Yes.
much. Let me take over the screen quickly. Okay, and we'll come back.
You are sharing the screen.
Yeah, I'm going to share the screen. Yes. Okay.
Sure. Recording
Oh.
will be shared with all of us, right?
Please join. There is a community channel I have given. Please join there. We'll share recording there only. Okay. Great. Oh, actually, see guys. So this is what we have transport management, and we have connected one integration suite to dev, integration suite production, and this is we had transported, and this is what transport request was visible in Cloud ALM, because Cloud ALM is integrated with this transport management, and that's what we could see there. Anyways, I just had open screen, so just wanted to show you that. Nothing else, guys. So we are guys starting a training for Cloud ALM. Not only Cloud ALM, but maybe this 5-6 sessions we are starting together. On 3rd August, we are starting BTP admin, BTP security, Cloud ALM, integration suite, BTP solution architect. Okay, these all 5 sessions will start on 3rd of August. It will run on Saturday, Sunday. You can take one training or combo of any of these, right? Every second month, we have all these sessions. So even if you have taken 3 course, you can do 1, 2, 3, whatever order you want to choose. You want to do this first, or do this first, or this first. Whatever you want to do first, you can pick up, and then further you can keep doing one by one. Okay, because all the sessions starts every 2 months. Okay, so these are the schedule we have for trainings. You will get system access properly. It is not going to be mediocre training. Let me be very clear with you. We are really going to do properly. So guys, these are the schedule you have. And if you just need to help in maybe what you can target, yeah. For that also, I have very good presentation. Maybe take a screenshot of it. If you are a basis of security, or a GRC, or a PIPO, BO, BW, developer, BPC, Soulman, ERV functional, the yellow ticks are something which must do. And the pink one is you should upskill in to keep yourself away from the crowd. If you're a senior consultant from any domain, BTP solution architect is recommended for you. Okay. And wherever we need a license system access, we provide. Let's say in integration suite training, event mesh is not available in trial. We'll provide license system access. For DataSphere, SAC, or in Cloud ALM, we'll provide Cloud ALM access. Or Signavio training, will provide Signavio license system access with all the 4 licenses of process manager, process intelligence, process governance, all of that will provide. Okay. So if you're looking for any training, you really want to do something good training, not mediocre one, you can join our trainings, and we'll definitely be able to help you with anything. And I would suggest you guys, please go ahead. And these are the people who are recommended to go for Cloud ALM. Yeah. Solution managers, basis consultant. Okay. As a next skill, maybe if you're a basis, first you should do admin security, and then go for maybe solution architect also, and then go for Cloud ALM. Or if you're a solution architect itself already, can go for Cloud ALM. Technical solution architect across SAP can go for Cloud ALM, right? Any project manager you are, then can go for Cloud ALM. Yeah. And if you're from DevOps background, then definitely that is recommended for you. Okay. So just wanted to share all these details. If you're looking for a training, please reach out to us. Yeah. You already have, you all are connected to WhatsApp, or go to info@mentorspool.com, connect on this number, or you can pick up the numbers on live. You already have available everything. Okay. Is there anyone have any
Ankit, how
questions?
the sessions like daily basis or weekend basis?
It runs only weekends. We all are working professional. All trainers
Okay.
are working professional. They all are solution. So, okay. Any trainer who takes session, he should be minimum solution architect and should be specialized in at least 3 to 4 areas of BTP, or else he cannot take session at mentorspool. Okay, so like Shiva, he is a master of administration, security, solution architecting in cloud ALM. Varun is enterprise architect, solution architect, master of all integration suite. Ram again solution architect, master of HANA, data sphere, SAC, data intelligence, BDC, even which is something new launched, but he's already having experience for 1.5 years. Okay, so guys, the trainers who work with us, they should be a master of their domain. They are working professionals, have been continuously working on projects, and they only can take sessions on weekends. That's why we don't have any weekdays batches, only weekend session. Okay, so please look at the recording. You will get all the trainers recording here somewhere with respected playlist. I'm again pasting it. Yeah, you can continue, Shiva. That's all from my side. And guys, if you have any query, I can take it up. I'll have just 1 more minute.
Cool. So what is the duration, Ankit, for this cloud
40
ALM?
hours of, okay, so duration for the training is 40 hours for this cloud ALM, in which BTP basics will be for 5 hours approximately, then 36 hours we are going to invest on cloud ALM. And guys, don't worry, if we need to deliver 3 hour, 4 hour, 5 hour extra if needed, we do it. We said it's not like I've said 40 hours, so we'll do 40 hour only. If 50 hour needed, we'll do it, but we'll do best. So these are the duration you have for the training. So admin 30 hour, cloud ALM 40 hour, IEG 40 hour, integration should 55 hours, solution at 55 hours. Okay. And other trainings, you can look at the duration of these.
Hey Ankit, and
Ankit,
what are the
if you are
topics
taking,
covered for
Yeah, so Shiva is
ALM
going to walk
admin?
you through on the table of content. This is the table of content. He will
Yeah.
finish, and then he will maybe I can just give you a quick glance. So this is we'll start with BTP basics first, which is extra I'll be providing you. Then we'll start with cloud ALM administration, implementation, operations, and the BTC, and then services, and then some integration, because throughout the training we'll be discussing about many integrations. Some of them will really do in the class. Will really integrate cloud ALM, will integrate Signavio, will integrate S4 system in the class.
So this
Ankit,
is the, I hope my, yeah.
one question, Ankit. If you are taking like BTP cloud, BTP cloud ALM, okay. So is it mandatory that we should know BTP admin also, or will you cover first BTP
Not
admin and
everything
then?
admin, but basics definitely you should know, because because cloud ALM runs on BTP, so it uses BTP platform functionality for all technical aspects, right? Like a lot of BTP. So those BTP basic concepts anyway will cover in the class before starting cloud ALM. Approximately 6 to 9 hours of BTP basics we are going to give, apart from this 36 to 37 hour of pure cloud ALM sessions.
Okay, so the BTP basics also part of that BTP
Yeah,
cloud
we'll cover
ALM.
that automatically. Yes, we'll cover that automatically. Yeah, if you want to do mastery of BTP in technical and generalized concepts, you can join admin training. I'll blow your mind and very in depth. Break bits
Okay,
and
and
pieces
that
of
just
BTP
want to cover
technicality.
like that BTP basics you will be covering before that BTP cloud
Correct.
ALM.
We'll cover.
That is
Yes,
like
yes. We'll cover BTP
those are
basics.
like live classes, not pre-recorded, right?
No, it's live sessions. We don't do
Everything is
recording
live.
and all. Please let me tell you, we only do live sessions. We don't have any different costing, any different. Yeah, you will get recording of the live sessions batch you will enroll in. So it's live session. Every single hour, every single minute will be live. No recording only.
And how many days access we will be having cloud ALM after the class?
You will have total 45 days of access, 15 days of access extension provided for free. So 2 months of access you will have total.
Okay.
Please, before you go, all these trainings, do all of them have a specific certification that you will write?
Yeah, you can do that. You can connect with me for more details. I'm really sorry. I need to go away for the training. I'm already late for 5 minutes. Maybe if Shiva can handle some of those queries, we'll handle it. Okay, Shiva, over to you. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah. Okay. So guys, is my screen visible again?
Yes.
Yeah. So test cases, like we stopped here, right? So we can create the test cases and execute here, and yeah, so we can resume the test cases previously executed it. So if it is a manual, directly you have to log into the system manually, and we need to set it the statuses.
Shiva, you're sharing your screen?
Yes, I'm sharing my screen.
Yes,
You're not
yes,
able to see
it is
We
visible
can
for
see
me.
it. We can see.
Yeah. So this is the good. So this is the plan which I created recently. So once I click on execute, if it is a automate one, it will navigate to the another screen and it will open that Tricentis automation provider and it will execute those cases and it will capture those screenshots, whatever it had done. It's going to be done in the system also. If it's an automation provider, if it's a manual, you have to log into the system. If it is a post goods issue, you need to log into respect to functional transaction and you need to do the transaction and you need to upload the documents and you need to set it on a pass. If suppose it's pass with some conditions, you have to set it on. If it is a fail, then it will ask you to create a defect management. So if it is a fail, then it will, if you see here, it will automatically ask you to provide a comments and create a defect. And you need to assign a defect. And once the defect is done, again, you need to change the status manually. And again, you need to update accordingly as per output. So that is how the manual one is going to happen. So once every test case is set to pass, then you need to click on finish testing. Then simply you can see something like this. Then yeah. So if I set pass with this one, like pass with conditions, if I set, it is automatically route to comment, provide the comments as a mandatory one to update. So yeah, so you can finish test run. So if you finish test run, yeah, it will just simply close that one. But it's yeah. So it is asking their unsaved changes. Just close. Save. One second. I said pass. So pass if I said it is not going to ask any comments. So simply save and close. And once everything is done, you can simply finish the test run. Then yeah, testing is done. Then you are going to move the future capability of transport to deploy approve to production. So the change manager will check and approve that one. Then you need to confirm the test run, and then it will get the status of deploy to production. And once it deployed, it will, before deploying into production, it will do the checks on the transport also, like cross reference check, downgrade production check. Is there any conflict with the object what you're importing having different versions, or any another predecessor or successor transports needs to import or something like that? It will check each and everything. Then it will import into the production system. That is how deployment of transport is going to work, and that is how the implementation capability is going to be. And coming to the operations part, yeah.
So you're telling that once we finish the test cases execution, then we can move the status of the feature to production, right?
Yes. Automatically, it will, once you done that one, it will, the next step is it will route to the future only, where it will ask you to change the status of the transport, where a deployment manager, it will send a mail to deployment manager to check on that thing, how the test case is executed, whether he check with the respect to business PS, whether the particular conditions are all okay or not, so that I can approve that one, so that it will import into the production. All these things is going to happen in a flow. Okay.
But there is no
between
that. I mean, no link between test case and feature status, right?
Okay. Actually, what is like here?
Are you okay?
Yes.
I wanted to ask about operations. If you could go back to operations module. Can you go back, please?
Okay. Yes. One second. Yeah.
Operations. Yes. Are you going to configure all this for us? Health monitoring.
Yes.
Live.
I will,
not just PPT.
Yes. In live only.
Live.
Yes. See, that is what everything what we are going to do out of 2 hours or 3 hours of session, 15 minutes is only the PPT to put a baseline of what we are going to discuss in the session. Okay. Everything is going to be in a live scenario only, where I'm going to show you the curriculum now. So these are all monitoring KPIs I'm going to cover by integrating not only simply a S4 private landscape where everyone usually outside do. I'm going to integrate the CPI integration suite, how to monitor the message exchange flow, and I'm going to integrate the SAP, DWC, how the particular connectivity, like deep agent connectivity is going to be there. How we are going to check the metrics of the deep agent data flow. Everything is happening in a live. How you are going to monitor everything you're going to do here. Okay. Not only simply
you already have an S4HANA system to connect to it, and
we
then
have license.
do the monitoring.
Yeah. We already have the licenses for integration suite, S4HANA Cloud, CTMS, and Signavio. We have Linux. And anyway, we are going to show the integration with the Signavio, with the ALM, how the sync is going to happen, the bidirectional. and we are going to show the job monitoring and how configuration security analysis is going to happen. Like if suppose randomly someone changed some important configurations, let us consider UConn cockpit administration related thing, someone changed in your system, which you're not aware. How you are going to put those baselines in your system? If some X person changed it, how you'll get an automatic email alert by taking the reference lines via this configuration security analysis and maintaining a notification management. How you're going to do all those things, everything you're going to get from here. Yeah, so we are going to cover all these things in the operations part.
Security monitoring is also possible here, right? Sorry, certificate.
Yes, certificate thing you can get via the health monitoring itself only. Like you have the health monitoring concept is there. In that health monitoring concept, you will get, like let us consider in your production system, there are some server certificate and client certificates which are going to expire in next 10 days. So you're getting an alert saying that particular X certificate or X root or intermediate certificates are going to expire. Please renew it. Like that, you will get an email so that you can send to the respective business people to get it signed by the respective CA teams to again to import. And you can close these alerts also. Once that certificate is got imported, you have to close the alerts here so that recursively you are not going to get. Okay. That is how the security concept is going to work. That is what, not only, even we are going to cover the synthetic user monitoring where particular jobs are going to work during out of business hours. So during that time, basis people are not there, let us consider. So in order to guess what is happening during out of business hours, if you want to monitor using synthetic user monitoring, you can cover the topic. So we can cover that topic also here during training session, how synthetic user monitoring is different than real user monitoring, how we are achieving from synthetic user monitoring to make sure out of business hours how your system is acting. Okay, so all these things you can cover via these things, and along with that we are going to show a small demo cases of small bits and pieces on operations monitoring. Like once your job got failed, how we are, like you are going to have the auto sys and like some another outsourcing tools are there, right, in order to trigger the jobs. So how you can use the webhook management to use this operations automation, which is the build process automation, to trigger the workflows to automate those job monitoring automation. All these things how we can do, we can cover here, but here is small demos only we can show. Why? Because one thing is bear in mind, like SAP ALM is something which is continuously evolving, right? So as of now, as the operations automation, limited options are there, so we'll cover as possible as okay. So yeah, these are all the things we are going to cover.
In one of the tab, I think under the change request or some section, you were showing about the transport checks. So is this something related to the dependency checks or?
Yes. Those are the checks which you are going to do while importing the transport. Like conflicts in the transport version is there, something like let us consider some X object is there already having version 1 which is imported, but you're trying to import the older version than the previous version. Then it will do the downgrade protection check saying that this particular object having older versions already there. If you're trying to import, it will overwrite. Is it okay for you or not? All those inputs it is going to give before it tries to import into the production. Okay. If you work on charm management, then you will get a concept of downgrade production, cross system, object lock, cross reference check. All these things you will get. So similar kind of a checks already recently last quarter SAP released of these two features: downgrade protection, cross reference check, cross object system lock, and retrofit. These are the two combinations they are going to release in the next quarter. And during training sessions, I'm going to cover not only this one, how your as SAP Cloud ALM is a continuous evolving one, right? So in future, after the training sessions, if new features or new capabilities are coming, how I can update on day-to-day basis, or which others I need to follow, or which blocks I need to follow. I'm going to give those references also. So during your after course also, if any new capabilities are there, then you can see and learn those things automatically once you will get hands-on experience here. Okay, just simply explore those. So in such a way also we are going to deliver those. And yeah, this is the agenda what we have that in the form of curriculum, where we are going to give an introduction of Cloud ALM and how Cloud ALM fit into the intelligent enterprise suite to bring the clean core capabilities, and about its offerings and capabilities, and how it hosted in the runtime environment of Cloud Foundry inside BTP, and what is different between the Cloud ALM solution manager in the form of change cycles, in the form of procedure flows. What are the differences we'll bring in the form of benefits over the SAP solution manager. And we are going to do the administrative tasks like right from pricing and provisioning from me.sap.com, and roles and usages, and integration with the cloud identity services to provide the SSO to the Cloud ALM. So instead of logging with the user ID and password, how to do SSO. So where we are going to use the OpenID Connect as a protocol to do that one. So that one also we are going to cover. But if you want to learn more about the cloud identity services, we have the another training session is there where you can contact Ankit for that one. And we are going to do the integration with the Cloud ALM with IS for user provisioning and trust configuration. And as a part of project creation and operations part, we are going to discuss about onboarding of users and creating of standard roles and custom role creations and landscape discovery management. And coming to implementations, we are going to cover all these capabilities, like setting up a project, release timelines, how to set user creation, scoping, process scoping, and standard process scoping, process ordering, requirement management, how to use a solution documentation concept, adding notes in the form of points to, update some new points to the persons who are working on those requirements, and process hierarchy, what is the future and change control management, test management, defect management, analytics and traceabilities, readiness check report, how using all these capabilities Clean Core is getting benefited. So in the operations part, we are going to cover all these KPIs. And coming to the BTC, we are going to give a one demo in the form of lifetime only, where we will show you how to import those notes and get that analysis file in the form of readiness check report, importing into the system and creating a digital blueprint and putting the filters in the form of time, scoping the data and scoping of data based on the custom code. I mean to say, using company code as a filter, selecting Z objects and standard tables, whatever you need from the bespoke application, and scanning those tables. Once the scoping is done, creating a digital blueprint and creating a transformation model. From there, creating a transformation version, which creates executable executable file as part of a migration. And in order to import that file into the target system, where creating ECC shell system connecting it S4, and how to do that. And someone asked previously, like how we are going to integrate. So how ECC and S4 integrating to the BTC via the SAP Cloud Connector. We are going to show that integration demo also in the live, how we are going to connect and how feeding is going to happen to the S4 system, which is a shell mode, and data migration to a system. Like we cover all these capabilities inside SAP Cloud ALM. And yeah, so these are the services.
Shiva.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before data migration, are you guys, can we do using BTC data cleansing also?
Data cleansing is not going to happen here. That is what BTC is a capability where it will do the, data cleansing is something where you need to do on the source system itself only, right?
Yeah, before migrating, we have to do the data cleansing.
Yeah, it is going to happen inside the source system only, right? In the BTC, it is going to do the scoping of the data, which means only selection of the data what you need to the target system. Okay, there is no kind of a data cleansing, custom code analysis, everything. See, as a part of brownfield migration, whatever you are going to do, custom code analysis, ATC checks, simplification item check, readiness check, everything is going to do. But only catch is here, via BTC, you are going to do the scoping, which means selection of data only. There is no transformation model of the data. Okay, here I mentioned transformation of model means after you created a scope of the data and confirming the blueprint of the data, you are going to create one model on top of the digital blueprint, which is an executable file for the data migration. Okay,
yes,
which is a kind of okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Shiva.
Yeah. So these are the services, and these are all the integrations we are going to cover, where we are going to integrate with the S/4HANA Cloud and another public cloud solution and one of the BW solution. If you get hands-on of these three solutions, and the rest of the systems also going to connect in the same way, so there is no issue in that. Yeah. So we are going to connect the even Cloud Connector also we are going to connect, and integration suite we are going to connect, API management, data sphere SAC. All these solutions we already have as part of our another training sessions. So we are going to use those licensings to integrate into the ALM. So we are going to use the cloud transport management also to integrate into ALM, Linux integrations, like as a part of Linux, how ALM, what are the systems integrated into ALM, those are get updated into Linux as part of enterprise architect to creating the fact sheets and all the stuff. So if you want to learn about what is fact sheet and all the stuff, you can enroll to Linux course also, so that you'll get more hands-on. But in this, it will just show how we are going to do the integration to the Linux. That's it. Okay. Then what you are going to achieve. That's it. We are going to show, and you are going to also have a cap and wrap applications where you want to monitor the load and how the load is happening. Then those also you can add into the ALM tenant to monitor those. Okay.
If I'm using SAP Rise, I don't need Lean IX. Am I right?
Yes, yes. For the Rise with package, LeanIX, Signavio, even ALM are the free of cost which are included in the package. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So
But
yeah,
we
this is
don't
what
need. Oh, SAP is going to do the patches in SAP Rise license if I have it. Am I right?
Sorry, what?
If I am
SAP?
using SAP Rise license, they are going to
Hmm.
do the patches. I don't need to use that patches. Am I right? Just not
Yeah, SAP
relevant to
is going to
ELM.
do the continuous patch. Yes, yes. Based, yeah,
With the
yeah, yeah.
support
If any
package,
new
yes.
updates are going to
Yeah.
be there, SAP is going to take care of those things. The
Yes.
cloud solutions, each and everything is going to take care of SAP itself only. See, Rise is not a simply a S4 system or something. It's a bundle of package where it is going to
Yes.
get a
License. SAP Rise
licensing.
is nothing but licensing agreement.
Rise is a kind, not a product or something. Rise is a kind of a combo where you will get a cloud products on-prem, Rise with private edition products, all the stuff. Okay, where you're going to have the 2 cloud connectors and 2 TP agents and this SAC data sphere. All these things you will get a combo based on your business situations and the conditions. Okay, if suppose your customer is interested with the DWC, where presently they are in BW for HANA, so you can so Rise team will interact with the internal SAP teams to do the BW for HANA migration to the DWC using the lean data, selective data transmission or remote data conversion, all this stuff. Then yeah, from there they're going to use for the business scenarios for the DWC, all the stuff. That is how it's going to happen. Yeah.
Thank you, Siva, for that info.
Hi guys. I hope we are done with the questions. Shiva, is there anything else we are left on? This is Soumya from Mentorspool. Yeah. So thank you guys for joining, and I have shared all.
Someone.
Yeah, hi. This is Soumya from Mentorspool. Am I audible? So,
Yes, yes.
hi
No,
guys.
someone asked
Yeah.
a question.
Yeah, thank you for joining. I have shared all the details in the chat. Okay, so you can just fill the details, fill your form, and we will share all the details in email regarding the
Soumya, one
courses.
last question before wrapping up. Does
Yeah,
this
please tell me.
solution manager charms, is it covered full-fledged in the cloud ALM or is still it's not?
Shiva, over to you. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I will answer. So see, SAP Cloud ALM is the product which is continuously evolving, right? So right now, SAP Charm, which is used by business way back from years ago, right? So Charm is the one in the SAP Solution Manager, which is a settled and well-known developed product, right? So SAP is trying to stop using Solution Manager by 2030, and everyone needs to migrate their landscapes to ALM. So Charm is the solution where 80% configurations are matching with the Solution Manager, but in next quarter releases features which are not there in SAP ALM in the form of Charm management are going to get also in the future roadmaps. So in the training session, we are going to cover all the features and the capabilities which are there right now, which are released in a general availability. We are going to discuss all the things. That is what I'm saying. Okay.
And Shiva, following to that question, following to that question, Shiva, one small doubt. For administrators, ALM administrators, already mentorspool already acquired ALM. Will you show the starting like prerequisites, how to configure the ALM
yes.
and
See,
post
that is
steps
what.
and all?
Right from
And also, is
creation
it
of tenant
covered in hands-on labs?
Exactly. So see, provisioning a ALM tenant is a matter of half an hour. Okay, everything is going to automated. The main prerequisite, like you need a one SUS ready with the cloud edit access. That's it. Everything is going to happen in a fraction of seconds. But how it is going to happen and internally what it is going to happen is the thing what you have to know. So that is we are going to cover in the training session. And yeah, what you asked is like we are going to provide a access to you with a common SUS ready to the portal and the this ALM tenant access also. So you can do your actions also. Yeah, with your hands.
That's what initializing the ALM.
Yes,
cloud
everything.
functionality.
See, everything initialization of IAS, how if particular customer is going to have a IAS, how Cloud ALM is going to integrate during the triggering of that ALM tenant, everything I'm going to show you in the portal during the live session. Okay, right from triggering the tenant. But
okay, sir.
I'm going to just show one by each and every step, but I'm not going to execute. Why? Because executing the tenant again, it's a licensing cost. Why? Because we already have the tenant, right? But I will show you in the live session what are all each and every step till clicking on execute, I'm going to show. Okay.
And also, can you share the course content?
Yeah, you will get the course content. You will be getting the course content. Once you'll be filling the form, you will be getting all the details in the email.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you so much all for joining the call.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you
Shiva.
all.
Joined.
Thank you.